At the end of a 9-hour shift, she takes her shoes off slow. Beneath the counter in a corner that the customers don't know. Her feet have walked 1,000 miles from table 4 to 3, and every step was carrying more than coffee and pastry. She heard about a birth today from table 6 at noon, and table 2 was grieving someone lost too soon. She nodded at the right parts and refilled without a word, carrying the weight of everything she shouldn't have heard. She carries more than orders in the balancing of the tray. She carries all the fragments of a dozen different days. The waitress at the end of her shift is more than what you see. She's holding up the architecture of your cafe memory. The manager once told her that she should smile a little more. She smiled a smile she saves for things she's heard before. Her smile is not a uniform, it comes from somewhere real, from genuinely caring what the tables choose to feel. She leaves with tips enough to take the long bus home, and on the ride she's one more woman, beautifully alone. With all the conversations and the mornings and the years, and probably a song inside she's carried through the years. She carries more than orders in the balancing of the tray. She carries all the fragments of a dozen different days. The waitress at the end of her shift is more than what you see. She's holding up the architecture of your cafe memory. Thank the waitress at the end of every shift you make. She's carrying a little of the world on what she takes. He never touched an afternoon canvas, he would say. The light is compromised by everything that happened in the day. By noon the world has all its shadows in the wrong places. Morning light is the only light tells the truth in faces. He set his easel up before the cafés found their voice, and painted the first hour like it was the universe's choice. The waiter laying out the cups, the chair not yet sat in, the cafe in the interval between the night and the beginning. The painter only painted mornings, and he was known to say that all the truest beauty lives before the light of day, has been negotiated by the needs of ordinary men. The morning is the only time that things are new again. He left his paintings unfinished, always at the stroke of 9, and walked away from canvas and from easel and from line, because he said the morning ends, and if you stay too long, you start to paint the afternoon, and that is something wrong. They hang now in a gallery where mornings live all day. The curator turns off the lights at noon without delay. She says she's honoring his rule about the quality of light, and every painting only shows the world before it got it right. The painter only painted mornings, and he was known to say that all the truest beauty lives before the light of day, has been negotiated by the needs of ordinary men. The morning is the only time that things are new again. Wake at 5 and see the world before it knows you're there. The painter knew the morning light is something wild and rare. He carried a notebook and a compass everywhere he went, and every cafe that he found was carefully documented. The coordinates, the coffee, and the quality of light, the sound the afternoon made, and how the chairs sat right. He'd been to 40 countries and had maps of every kind, but none of them described the things he needed most to find. He said the world's geography was fine for boats and planes, but someone had to chart the soul's interior terrains. Every coffee shop has its own coordinates, he'd say, a north of conversation and a south of going away. The cartographer who mapped only cafes knew the score, that all the best locations are the ones worth staying for. He found one in Vienna with a table near the wall, where Einstein once had coffee and the owner kept the scroll. He framed the coordinates in gold beside his door at home, a reminder that the beautiful is never far to roam. He published just one volume with a cover worn and soft. The maps were barely legible, but people bought it often. They said the maps were wrong, but felt entirely true. Like every undiscovered cafe felt like something new. Every coffee shop has its own coordinates, he'd say. A north of conversation and a south of going away. The cartographer who mapped only cafes knew the score, that all the best locations are the ones worth staying for. Find your own coordinates and put them in your book. The best cafe you've ever loved is worth a second look.
He came in every autumn with his tuning fork and case, a man who heard the universe in each misaligned space. He'd press a key and listen with his ear against the wood, as if the piano was confessing everything it could. He told me once that every piano remembers everything, every song that's ever played inside its mellowing spring. The arguments that stop mid-phrase, the children's first attempts, the midnight playing all alone when silence is exempt. The piano tuner's last visit came on a Tuesday cold. He tuned each key as gently as a man tuning the old. He said this instrument has had a long and honest life, and every note in it has known both beauty and some strife. He packed his tools and stood a moment at the door. He said, don't let it go too long between the next restore. The piano out of tune is like a memory that fades. It still plays, but the truth of it is lost inside the shades. He passed away that winter, and his son sent word in spring that his father's tuning fork had been a single treasured thing. He'd asked that it be placed inside an old piano's frame, so it could go on listening to the music all the same. The piano tuner's last visit came on a Tuesday cold. He tuned each key as gently as a man tuning the old. He said this instrument has had a long and honest life, and every note in it has known both beauty and some strife. Play the old piano softly, let the tuning fork inside hear the music it was made for, in the resonance and tide.
He carried a notebook and a compass everywhere he went, and every cafe that he found was carefully documented. The coordinates, the coffee, and the quality of light, the sound the afternoon made, and how the chairs sat right. He'd been to 40 countries and had maps of every kind, but none of them described the things he needed most to find. He said the world's geography was fine for boats and planes, but someone had to chart the soul's interior terrains. Every coffee shop has its own coordinates, he'd say, a north of conversation and a south of going away. The cartographer who mapped only cafes knew the score, that all the best locations are the ones worth staying for. He found one in Vienna with a table near the wall, where Einstein once had coffee and the owner kept the scrawl. He framed the coordinates in gold beside his door at home, a reminder that the beautiful is never far to roam. He published just one volume with a cover worn and soft. The maps were barely legible, but people bought it often. They said the maps were wrong, but felt entirely true, like every undiscovered cafe felt like something new. Every coffee shop has its own coordinates, he'd say, a north of conversation and a south of going away. The cartographer who mapped only cafes knew the score, that all the best locations are the ones worth staying for. Find your own coordinates and put them in your book. The best cafe you've ever loved is worth a second look. Irene comes in at closing time when all the stools are free. She drops a nickel in the jukebox and she asks for C3. That song's been playing every night for going on 3 years. Nobody asks about it anymore, they just adjust their ears. The cook looks up from cleaning and the waitress rolls her eyes, but there's a softness in the way they let the song surprise. They've all heard why she plays it, though she's never said a word. It's the kind of story everybody's understood, but never heard. She played that song again tonight at the Blue Spoon Diner close. She plays it for the one she loves, the one she loves the most. Irene and the jukebox have an understanding here, that some songs are for the living and some songs for the dear. The record's almost worn now, where the needle hits C3. The manager keeps ordering the same one just to see that Irene gets to play it when the diner shuts its eyes. Some things deserve the reverence of everyday goodbyes. Tonight she sat a little longer, staring at the box. The song played twice around and she just sat and watched the clocks. She left a bigger tip tonight and pulled her collar tight and walked out in the falling rain into the Tuesday night. She played that song again tonight at the Blue Spoon Diner close. She plays it for the one she loves, the one she loves the most. Irene and the jukebox have an understanding here that some songs are for the living and some songs for the dear. Wipe the counter down now, put the chairs up for the night, and let's see three keep playing in the parking lot's cold light. There's a record store on Maple that they're closing down today. The man who ran it 60 years is slowly walking away. He pulls the cardboard boxes from the shelves behind the glass, and every album holds a year he wishes wouldn't pass. I used to come in Saturdays and flip through stacks of gold. He'd recommend the ones he said my young soul should be told. Coltrane and Miles Davis and a lady named Billie Jean. The greatest songs were always in the places in between. The last waltz of the record store is playing out today. The saxophones are crying for a world that slipped away. We built our lives around these grooves, these scratches and these songs, and now the music's fading like it never did belong. Side B was always better than the hit they put on one, the hidden little treasure in the fading afternoon sun. We pressed our ears to speakers and we listened to the whole, not just the shiny single, but the music of the soul. He locks the door behind him and he doesn't look around, just pockets up the key and walks away without a sound. The window holds his reflection for the last time as he leaves, and somewhere in the empty store a needle softly breathes. The last waltz of the record store is playing out today. The saxophones are crying for a world that slipped away. We built our lives around these grooves, these scratches and these songs, and now the music's fading like it never did belong. Buy me side B one more time before they close the store. I promise I'll remember every note behind that door.
He opens at 6 every morning by the bridge in the cold. Never sells to neighbors who already know the world he's told. He says a flower given where familiarity resides becomes a decoration, but its meaning quietly hides. A stranger passing through will take a lily or a rose and carry it into a life the florist never knows. Perhaps it ends up on a table where decisions are made, or handed to a person at the edge of being afraid. Flowers are for people you don't know yet, he said to me. They carry the full weight of possibility, not yet made ordinary by the habit of the known. The florist sells to strangers what the strangers call their own. Once a man came back and said the tulip changed his life. He'd given it to someone who became his wife. The florist only nodded and said, that is how it goes. A stranger is just someone who the universe still owes. I've bought from him on Tuesdays for a year without a name. He treats me like a stranger every time, and I came because there's something wonderful in being always new, in getting fresh white flowers like the morning always do. Flowers are for people you don't know yet, he said to me. They carry the full weight of possibility, not yet made ordinary by the habit of the known. The florist sells to strangers what the strangers call their own. He closes at noon every day and takes the unsold home. and gives them to his garden, which he enters all alone.
He came in every autumn with his tuning fork and case, a man who heard the universe in each misaligned space. He'd press a key and listen with his ear against the wood, as if the piano was confessing everything it could. He told me once that every piano remembers everything, every song that's ever played inside its mellowing spring. The arguments that stopped mid-phrase, the children's first attempts, the midnight playing all alone when silence is exempt. The piano tuner's last visit came on a Tuesday cold. He tuned each key as gently as a man tuning the old. He said this instrument has had a long and honest life, and every note in it has known both beauty and some strife. He packed his tools and stood a moment at the door. He said, "Don't let it go too long between the next restore." A piano out of tune is like a memory that fades. It still plays, but the truth of it is lost inside the shades. He passed away that winter, and his son sent word in spring that his father's tuning fork had been a single treasured thing. He'd asked that it be placed inside an old piano's frame, so it could go on listening to the music all the same. The piano tuner's last visit came on a Tuesday cold. He tuned each key as gently as a man tuning the old. He said this instrument has had a long and honest life, and every note in it has known both beauty and some strife. Play the old piano softly, let the tuning fork inside hear the music it was made for, in the resonance and tide.
He never touched an afternoon canvas, he would say. The light is compromised by everything that happened in the day. By noon the world has all its shadows in the wrong places. Morning light is the only light that tells the truth in faces. He set his easel up before the cafés found their voice, and painted the first hour like it was the universe's choice. The waiter laying out the cups, the chair not yet sat in, the cafe in the interval between the night and the beginning. The painter only painted mornings, and he was known to say that all the truest beauty lives before the light of day has been negotiated by the needs of ordinary men. The morning is the only time that things are new again. He left his paintings unfinished always at the stroke of 9, and walked away from canvas and from easel and from line, because he said the morning ends, and if you stay too long, you start to paint the afternoon. And that is something wrong. They hang now in a gallery where mornings live all day. The curator turns off the lights at noon without delay. She says she's honoring his rule about the quality of light, and every painting only shows the world before it got it right. The painter only painted mornings, and he was known to say that all the truest beauty lives before the light of day has been negotiated by the needs of ordinary men. The morning is the only time that things are new again. Wake at 5 and see the world before it knows you're there. The painter knew the morning light is something wild and rare. He sets up in the courtyard on the cobblestones at 3, not for the passing crowd, but for the windows he can see. He says the people up there can't come down to where the music is, so I bring it to their altitude and make the music his. 3rd floor, right, a woman always opens up the pane and tilts her head the way you do to something in the grain. 1st floor left, an old man sits and reads without a look, but when the accordion stops, he puts a marker in his book. He plays for the windows, not the people in the streets. For the ones too far above or just too tired on their feet. The accordion in the courtyard fills the vertical space and gives the shut-in world a little borrowed grace. Someone once asked him for a song by name and fee. He smiled and said, "This music isn't meant for you or me. It goes to wherever the open windows lead it through. The best music always finds the ones who need it new." He packs his instrument at 5 and nods up at the panes. A ritual between the music and the window frames. Tomorrow he'll return with something new for the afternoon. A private little concert for the listeners in tune. He plays for the windows, not the people in the street. For the ones too far above or just too tired on their feet. The accordion in the courtyard fills the vertical space and gives the shut-in world a little borrowed grace. Open up your window when you hear music from below. Someone may be playing it for you and you don't know.
He opens at 6 every morning by the bridge in the cold. Never sells to neighbors who already know the world he's told. He says a flower given where familiarity resides becomes a decoration, but its meaning quietly hides. A stranger passing through will take a lily or a rose and carry it into a life the florist never knows. Perhaps it ends up on a table where decisions are made, or handed to a person at the edge of being afraid. Flowers are for people you don't know yet, he said to me. They carry the full weight of possibility, not yet made ordinary by the habit of the known. The florist sells to strangers what the strangers call their own. Once a man came back and said the tulip changed his life. He'd given it to someone who became his wife. The florist only nodded and said, "That is how it goes. A stranger is just someone who the universe still owes." I've bought from him on Tuesdays for a year without a name. He treats me like a stranger every time, and I came because there's something wonderful in being always new, in getting fresh white flowers like the morning always always do. Flowers are for people you don't know yet, he said to me. They carry the full weight of possibility, not yet made ordinary by the habit of the known. The florist sells to strangers what the strangers call their own. He closes at noon every day and takes the unsold home, and gives them to his garden, which he enters all alone.
The bellman at the Grand Hotel has seen 3,000 springs. He folds his hands and watches all the winter partings bring. Their suitcases and sighing and their quietly held hands. He says all lobbies understand the heart's repeated plans. A woman checks her coat tag with a look he knows too well. She's leaving someone here, or she is leaving her own shell. The marble knows the weight of every footstep that's been placed on mornings when the beautiful has slowly been displaced. The lobby knows all the goodbyes, the ones that make no sound, the ones that leave a person standing inches off the ground. The winter window at the Grand holds every foggy breath of those who check out quietly from love or life or both. He's seen the famous stay and the forgotten pass right through, and finds the unknown ones are often more interesting to view. A man once left a letter in the lobby desk and said, I wrote this for the person who would sleep here in my stead. Tonight the lobby's quiet, with just one lamp by the stair. A couple has been standing there so long they're part of the air. The bellman dims the lights a touch to give them what they need. The Grand Hotel has learned to give the grieving heart its creed. The lobby knows all the goodbyes, the ones that make no sound, the ones that leave
leave a person standing inches off the ground. The winter window at the Grand holds every foggy breath of those who check out quietly from love or life or both. Good night to the Grand Hotel. Good night to all who part. The lobby keeps your goodbyes safe within its marble heart. 12 blocks of cafes in the snow-lit district of the town. I walk them every winter when the temperature goes down. Each window holds a different amber version of the world, and I'm the man outside of every warmth that has unfurled. The first cafe is full of students arguing with books. The second has a woman with the most extraordinary looks. The third one has a couple, and the fourth is only one. The fifth is being cleaned now, and the sixth has just begun. Winter map of the cafe district, 12 blocks in the cold. The warmth is on the inside, and the outside is the old. I've mapped these windows every year since I was barely grown, and somehow haven't found the one that feels enough like home. I wonder if the ones inside look out and see me there. A figure in the dark outside who seems to have nowhere. Perhaps they think I'm choosing, or I'm studying the light. Perhaps they're also looking for a window in the night. Block 12 is always different from what I expect. A new cafe or renovation, or a changed effect. This winter it's a piano bar where someone plays too late and leaves the door a little open, inviting me to wait. A winter map of the cafe district, 12 blocks in the cold. The warmth is on the inside, and the outside is the old. I've mapped these windows every year since I was barely grown, and somehow haven't found the one that feels enough like home. Come inside the 12th block now, put the winter map away. You've been looking for permission to be warm, and you can stay.
He turned the dial slowly through the static and the night, searching for a station somewhere warm within the white. The lighthouse threw its arm across the dark Pacific Sea, and he sat with his radio and someone else's melody. They played a jazz quartet from somewhere deep in the south, a trumpet like a question answered by a clarinet's mouth. He'd never seen the city where the music had been made, but he knew it like he knew the tide before the morning fade. He heard the world from a distance through his radio's hum, the dances and the laughter and the beat of a drum. A lighthouse keeper's loneliness was never quite complete, because somewhere out in Radio Land the whole world was on its feet. He wrote down every song he heard in a logbook by the lamp, the titles and the feelings pressed between the pages damp. Years later when they found it, they mistook it for a chart, but it was just a man recording music into heart. The signal faded softly as the batteries wore thin. He gave the dial one last turn to pull the voices in. They played a final waltz, and then the static ruled again. A lighthouse in the ocean and an old man in the rain. He heard the world from a distance through his radio's hum, the dances and the laughter and the beat of a drum. The lighthouse keeper's loneliness was never quite complete, because somewhere out in Radio Land the whole world was on its feet. Turn the lighthouse off now, fold the logbook shut, and still he heard enough to know the world was beautiful. He never touched an afternoon canvas, he would say. The light is compromised by everything that happened in the day. By noon the world has all its shadows in the wrong places. Morning light is the only light that tells the truth in faces. He set his easel up before the cafés found their voice, and painted the first hour like it was the universe's choice. The waiter laying out the cups, the chair not yet sat in, the cafe in the interval between the night and the beginning. The painter only painted mornings, and he was known to say that all the truest beauty lives before the light of day, has been negotiated by the needs of ordinary men. The morning is the only time that things are new again. He left his paintings unfinished, always at the stroke of 9, and walked away from canvas and from easel and from line, because he said the morning ends, and if you stay too long, you start to paint the afternoon, and that is something wrong. They hang now in a gallery where mornings live all day. The curator turns off the lights at noon without delay. She says she's honoring his rule about the quality of light, and every painting only shows the world before it got it right. The painter only painted mornings, and he was known to say that all the truest beauty lives before the light of day, has been negotiated by the needs of ordinary men. The morning is the only time that things are new again. Wake at 5 and see the world before it knows you're there. The painter knew the morning light is something wild and rare. Irene comes in at closing time, when all the stews are free. She drops a nickel in the jukebox, and she asked for C3. That song's been playing every night for going on 3 years. Nobody asks about it anymore, they just adjust their ears. The cook looks up from cleaning, and the waitress rolls her eyes, but there's a softness in the way they let the song surprise. They've all heard why she plays it, though she's never said a word. Is the kind of story everybody's understood, but never heard. She played that song again tonight at the Blue Spoon Diner close. She plays dear. The record's almost worn now, where the needle hits C3. The manager keeps ordering the same one just to see that Irene gets to play it when the diner shuts its eyes. Some things deserve the reverence of everyday goodbyes. Tonight she sat a little longer, staring at the box. The song played twice around, and she just sat and watched the clocks. She left a bigger tip tonight and pulled her collar tight and walked out in the falling rain into the Tuesday night. She played that song again tonight at the Blue Spoon Diner close. She plays it for the one she loves, the one she loves the most. Irene and the jukebox have an understanding here that some songs are for the living and some songs for the dear. Wipe the counter down now, put the chairs up for the night, and let's see three keep playing in the parking lot's cold light.
The bellman at the Grand Hotel has seen 3,000 springs. He folds his hands and watches all the winter partings bring. Their suitcases and sighing, and their quietly held hands. He says all lobbies understand the heart's repeated plans. A woman checks her coat tag with a look he knows too well. She's leaving someone here, or she is leaving her own shell. The marble knows the weight of every footstep that's been placed. On mornings when the beautiful has slowly been displaced. The lobby knows all the goodbyes, the ones that make no sound, the ones that leave a person standing inches off the ground. The winter window at the Grand holds every foggy breath of those who check out quietly from love or life or both. He's seen the famous stay and the forgotten pass right through, and finds the unknown ones are often more interesting to view. A man once left a letter in the lobby desk and said, I wrote this for the person who would sleep here in my stead. Tonight the lobby's quiet, with just one lamp by the stair. A couple has been standing there so long they're part of the air. The bellman dims the lights a touch to give them what they need. The Grand Hotel has learned to give the grieving heart its creed. The lobby knows all the goodbyes, the ones that make no sound, the ones that leave a person standing inches off the ground. The winter window at the Grand holds every foggy breath of those who check out quietly from love or life or both. Good night to the Grand Hotel. Good night to all who part. The lobby keeps your goodbye safe within its marble heart. He sets the board up every morning at 9:15. The piece is worn from decades, but the strategy's still fine. He moves the white king's pawn and waits as if someone's across. An empty chair is only opponent in this beautiful loss. He won the city tournament in '52, they say. He keeps the trophy hidden now behind a framed bouquet. His wife would come and watch him then, with coffee and her smile. He still sets out 2 cups now, in his singular old style. Every move a memory, he plays against the past. The bishop guards a corner that was never meant to last. Old man in the window seat, with everything to give, still playing all the games of life and learning how to live. The young man at the counter look and wonder why he stays. He's working out a problem that has lasted 40 days. It isn't really chess he plays, it's something more like time. The end game isn't winning,
it is finding the sublime. He tips the black queen gently in a gesture old and known, and sits back in his chair as if a verdict has been shown. He'll set the board up once again, tomorrow at the same, because the point was never in the ending of the game. Every move a memory, he plays against the past. The bishop guards a corner that was never meant to last. Old man in the window seat with everything to give, still playing all the games of life and learning how to live. He folds his coat and heads back to the street with careful grace. A man who carries whole worlds in the lines upon his face.
She grew up in the back room where the watches all ticked low. A symphony of seconds was the first music she'd know. Her father's magnifying glass enlarged the world he'd mend, and she learned that broken things deserve a careful hand. She heard time differently than those who only wear it. She knew the spaces between the ticks and how to bear it. A second isn't just a second when you've watched it made. It's a gear and spring and intention in a small cascade. The watchmaker's daughter grew up knowing what is rare, that time is something people build with love and patient care. She heard time differently than everyone she knew, and that is why the clocks she made were always running true. She fixed the clock above the cafe, free of any charge. The owner asked, why do it? She just said, it's not so large. The clock had been behind by 8 minutes every day, and 8 wrong minutes daily is a life that slips away. She wound the watches gently with a reverence he'd shown. A woman who had learned that time is all we've ever owned. Her shop is still beside the river if you need to find someone who treats the minutes like they're precious and designed. The watchmaker's daughter grew up knowing what is rare. That time is something people build with love and patient care. She heard time differently than everyone she knew, and that is why the clocks she made were always running true. Tick the moments carefully, don't let them skip or race. The watchmaker's daughter built a tender sense of place.
12 blocks of cafés in the snow-lit district of the town. I walk them every winter when the temperature goes down. Each window holds a different amber version of the world, and I'm the man outside of every warmth that has unfurled. The first cafe is full of students arguing with books. The second has a woman with the most extraordinary looks. The third one has a couple, and the fourth has only one. The fifth is being cleaned now, and the sixth has just begun. Winter map of the cafe district, 12 blocks in the cold. The warmth is on the inside, and the outside is the old. I've mapped these windows every year since I was barely grown, and somehow haven't found the one that feels enough like home. I wonder if the ones inside look out and see me there, a figure in the dark outside who seems to have nowhere. Perhaps they think I'm choosing, or I'm studying the light. Perhaps they're also looking for a window in the night. Block 12 is always different from what I expect. A new cafe or renovation or a changed effect. This winter it's a piano bar where someone plays too late and leaves the door a little open, inviting me to wait. Winter map of the cafe district, 12 blocks in the cold. The warmth is on the inside, and the outside is the old. I've mapped these windows every year since I was barely grown, and somehow haven't found the one that feels enough like home. Come inside the 12th block now, put the winter map away. You've been looking for permission to be warm, and you can stay.
closing time, when all the stews are free, she drops a nickel in the jukebox and she asked for C3. That song's been playing every night for going on 3 years. Nobody asks about it anymore, they just adjust their ears. The cook looks up from cleaning and the waitress rolls her eyes, but there's a softness in the way they let the song surprise. They've all heard why she plays it, though she's never said a word. Is the kind of story everybody's understood but never heard. She played that song again tonight at the Blue Spoon Diner close. She plays it for the one she loves, the one she loves the most. Irene and the jukebox have an understanding here that some songs are for the living and some songs for the dear. The record's almost worn now, where the needle hits C3. The manager keeps ordering the same one just to see that Irene gets to play it when the diner shuts its eyes. Some things deserve the reverence of everyday goodbyes. Tonight she sat a little longer, staring at the box. The song played twice around and she just sat and watched the clocks. She left a bigger tip tonight and pulled her collar tight and walked out in the falling rain into the Tuesday night. She played that song again tonight at the Blue Spoon Diner close. She plays it for the one she loves, the one she loves the most. Irene and the jukebox have an understanding here that some songs are for the living and some songs for the dear. Wipe the counter down now, put the chairs up for the night, and let C3 keep playing in the parking lot's cold light.
Nobody famous comes to the Velvet Blue on Tuesdays. Just people carrying the ordinary weight of their always. The bartender knows your order before you even sit, and the light is just low enough for the night to fit. A couple at the corner booth has run out of new things. They sit in the comfortable silence that a long love brings. And over at the bar, there's a man with a borrowed tie, who looks like he's rehearsing something sad to say goodbye. Tuesday night at the Velvet Blue. Nobody cares who you are. You're just a silhouette against a very patient bar. The music doesn't ask you what you do or where you've been, just pours itself around you like a very old routine. The pianist forgets himself between the 8 and 9. He disappears inside a run that doesn't need a line. We all lean in a little when a player finds that place where music stops performing and just breathes inside the space. By 11, all the stories in the room have been exchanged. Not out loud, but in the posture, in the way the chairs are arranged. We're all just Tuesday people in a velvet blue of nights, getting quietly untangled from our personal delights. Tuesday night at the Velvet Blue. Nobody cares who you are. You're just a silhouette against a very patient bar. The music doesn't ask you what you do or where you've been, just pours itself around you like a very old routine. Last call at the Velvet Blue, and everyone goes slow. There's something about leaving here you carry as you go. In the 17th century, map makers gathered here to trade their observations over coffee, dark and clear. They'd sketch the coastlines on the tablecloths and argue over bends, and the waiters save the linens where the world changed at its ends. The cafe still stands, though the maps are on the walls now framed. Every cartographic error proudly labeled and unclaimed. Because the beauty of a map is not its accuracy, but the courage of the person who said, "Here is where I'll be." Every map begins with sitting still and having coffee brought, with the admission that you don't know all the things you thought. The map maker's coffee house is where the world got drawn on tablecloths and napkins in the hopeful early dawn. They got the southern hemisphere entirely wrong for years, but the error shows the beauty and the trying through the fears. A map that's wrong but earnest is worth more than ever made. It shows a human being staring down the undiscovered shade. I come here now and order what the map makers once took, and trace the coastlines on my cup like the first page of a book. The world is still unmapped in all the places that I know, and I still need a coffee and the courage to let go. Every map begins with sitting still and having coffee brought, with the ignition that you don't know all the things you thought. The map maker's coffee house is where the world got drawn, on tablecloths and napkins in the hopeful early dawn. Draw your map on any surface, start with where you are. The best cartographers began inside a cafe bar.
Rain taps the window like an old forgotten song. I sit here in the corner where I've sat all along. The coffee's getting cold, but I don't mind at all. Just watching people hurry past before the evening falls. The waiter hums a tune I swear I've heard before, a melody from somewhere back behind a faded door. The candle flickers softly on the checkered cloth, and time just slips so gently like a moth around the torch. So pour me one more cup of slow and easy rain. I'll trade the rushing world outside for this familiar pain. There's music in the silence here between the cups and spoons. Just me and rainy afternoon and old forgotten tunes. The trumpet player's gone now, but his ghost still fills the room, a fading ribbon of a song that lingers in the gloom. I close my eyes and drift away on someone else's dream. Things are never quite the way they always seem. The clock above the counter counts the minutes into years. A photograph behind the bar of someone disappears. The mirror shows a stranger who keeps ordering the same, a cup of rainy afternoon without a face or name. So pour me one more cup of slow and easy rain. I'll trade the rushing world outside for this familiar pain. There's music in the silence here between the cups and spoons. Just me and rainy afternoon and old forgotten tunes. The door swings open, letting in the cold November air. For just a moment, something warm was standing there. But then the cafe closes up its drowsy amber eyes, and I walk home beneath a sky of softly weeping skies. Rain taps the window like an old forgotten song. I sit here in the corner where I've sat all along. The coffee's getting cold, but I don't mind at all. Just watching people hurry past before the evening falls. The waiter hums a tune I swear I've heard before, a melody from somewhere back behind a faded door. The candle flickers softly on the checkered cloth, and time just slips so gently like a moth around the torch. So pour me one more cup of slow and easy rain. I'll trade the rushing world outside for this familiar pain. There's music in the silence here between the cups and spoons. Just me and rainy afternoon and old forgotten tunes. The trumpet player's gone now, but his ghost still fills the room, a fading ribbon of a song that lingers in the gloom. I close my eyes and drift away on someone else's dream. Things are never quite the way they always seem. The clock above the counter counts the minutes into years. A photograph behind the bar of someone disappears. The mirror shows a stranger who keeps ordering the same, a cup of rainy afternoon without a face or name. So pour me one more cup of slow and easy rain. I'll trade the rushing world outside for this familiar pain. There's music in the silence here between the cups and spoons. Just me and rainy afternoon and old forgotten tunes. The door swings open, letting in the cold November air. For just a moment, something warm was standing there. But then the cafe closes up its drowsy amber eyes, and I walk home beneath a sky of softly weeping skies.
She stands behind the counter with her pearls and her poise, above the bustle of the store, above the beautiful noise. A woman made of gardenia and sandalwood and cream. She's been here since the store was built, or so it tends to seem. She'll spray a little on your wrist and close her eyes a beat, as if she's reading something in the language of the sweet. She says this one is Tuesday, afternoons in June, and this one is the feeling of a half-forgotten tune. Everything here smells like 1954, like stepping through a curtain into someone else's floor. The perfume counter at Delacroix holds time within a glass, and she's the keeper of the years that slowly drift and pass. There are bottles named for evenings that have never quite occurred, for feelings that the language hasn't yet produced the word. She blends them in the back room when she thinks that no one sees. A private little formula for something like the breeze. I bought one for my grandmother, who lives in memory now. She smelled it and she smiled the way the old ones know somehow. She said it was like standing in the hallway of the past, and some things beautiful enough deserve to last and last. Everything here smells like 1954, like stepping through a curtain into someone else's floor. The perfume counter at Delacroix holds time within a glass, and she's the keeper of the years that slowly drift and pass. Close the bottles up now, let the fragrance softly fade. But the year 1954 is quietly being stayed. At the end of a 9-hour shift, she takes her shoes off slow. Beneath the counter in a corner that the customers don't know. Her feet have walked 1,000 miles
miles from table 4 to 3, and every step was carrying more than coffee and pastry. She heard about a birth today from table 6 at noon.